podcast. Hell yeah, brother. Overload, brother.
Beats by @Smoke M2D6.
So yeah, we were just saying, kind of worst case scenario for the Seahawks, right? In the sense we've just seen Evan Neal come off the board. Who's left? We've got Jermaine Johnson. We've got Charles Cross.
Yep.
Atlanta is going to be interesting. What do you think they're going to do here?
I mean, the rumors leading up to the draft were receiver, right? So Drake London. It seemed like they like London the most, which I would take Williams personally, even with the injuries.
What's up, guys?
Hey, we're already recording.
All right.
So what do you think Atlanta is going to do here, Griff?
I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked by Ritter here, honestly.
Huh.
That was the sourced up rumor, wasn't it? The interesting thing to me as well, right, is the Jets picking after Seattle. Now, teams looking to jump the Jets. Think about what the Jets have addressed in the sense they've got a cornerback. But maybe, I mean, what are the Jets' needs? Because a team might trade up with Seattle if Atlanta starts a little run on wide receivers, for instance. Yeah. Or heck, even quarterbacks. Seattle might be able to trade down. Because otherwise, I'm a bit concerned that no one's going to want to trade up. Right. Would the Jets take Kyle Hamilton? They're kind of set at safety, right? They don't really need to do that. So, because that's like the next player off, right, the board in terms of like top rankings. And it has kind of in a slightly different order, but the top players so far have gone. But I am concerned that Seattle won't be able to trade down.
The Jets probably want Johnson, Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah.
And the Falcons. Falcons, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, like, how bad do the Eagles want a receiver?
Pretty bad.
That's kind of.
You think the draft is falling their way right now?
Well, Washington might want a receiver who picks after New York. So potentially a team will try and trade up. If New York's so set on Johnson, a team might try. So Seattle, basically, a team wanting Johnson, a team wanting a receiver, they might be able to trade down. But I am still concerned about it. Maybe I'm wrong. I just got a bad feeling in my gut.
It's all it's Drake London. It's all over Twitter now.
So maybe now the Eagles freak out.
Hopefully we need a little run on receivers, get them to freak out, or we need a Jermaine Johnson team to get thirsty.
Johnson, man. I would take Ebiketie at 9 over Johnson.
No, I don't want him to pick Johnson. I'm saying we need a team to try and leapfrog New York.
No, I know. I'm just terrified.
Oh man.
I'm anxious because I can still see Seattle there. Like there hasn't been a trade that they've traded.
God, what if it's Penning? What if it's Penning?
It's not.
So that's the discussion, right?
With Cross on the board.
If they have to stick and pick, I think we all agree we'd want Charles Cross here, right? Just get that polished pass protector.
Yeah.
Anchor the left side. Right?
Yeah. I mean, It's just the Okung pick to them. What's the most surprising thing they could do? Jameson Williams? Like
Seattle, Kyle Hamilton. They literally go like best player available, and he's like technically their best player available, and so they figure it out. We start getting loads of quotes about how they're going to run big nickel, and Jamal Adams is playing like linebacker basically, and then all the narratives is terrible forever.
It'd be awful. And then what do they do with all these corners they signed? They're not going to get on the field. You got to run dime at that point.
It would be abysmal. So hopefully not that. Do you know what? I'd love Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
That like just swing for the fences. Go get the guy who's just so unique.
Which I agree, but for 2022, you've got where are the snaps for everybody?
No, yeah, that would be the classic kind of pick as well, where like you said. Getting playing time would be difficult, and then the narrative's bad around it.
You're right, because they took Brooks and they had Wagner and Wright, and they were not on the team for much longer after that. So they could view Davis as a long-term cornerstone, which he is.
So I've seen some information regarding Seattle that they've made a pick.
So they're sticking. Okay.
I don't necessarily think they're sticking. I think it will come out in the process that we really wanted to trade down, but we were unable to. You know.
Oh shit.
I mean, I don't know if they'll reveal that, but
the safest, if they're gonna stick and pick, then take Cross. Although I won't be upset at Ebiketie. I'd be upset at Jermaine Johnson. I'd be upset at Penning. I'd probably be upset at Malik Willis here.
Ty, that's a really nice shirt you're wearing, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is it like one of these like
It's like a shacket.
overshirt?
Yeah, it's like
yeah, shacket. Great term.
Yeah.
That's good. Is that a Canadian thing or?
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Not to dock. Everyone knows you live in Canada, right? It's
yeah, but we'll
cool.
We'll
I'll leave out your zip code.
Yeah, but we'll take credit for it up here. Yeah, it's a Canadian thing. Absolutely.
I'm quite nervous now. Okay, so we want Cross, right?
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of with you on the Jordan Davis train, even though that it doesn't make a ton of sense for this particular year.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the upside is, it's a lot to like there, and also that just kind of feels like a sea hockey pick. But I would say Cross makes the most sense, though.
Yeah. Oh, come on, just get off with it, man.
It's just like, why not just resign Dwayne Brown?
Yeah, that's an option for them.
Cross it gives me similar vibes to like Russell Okung, right? Is someone coming out who's so polished as a pass protector, I mean Okung actually I think probably tested ridiculously well, whereas Cross didn't light it up necessarily. But then you watch the tape and Cross looks like the best athlete on the field on most plays.
Yeah.
So pick is in. Apparently.
Come on, guys, get to it.
According to Twitter, the pick is.
I'm not gonna look at Twitter. I just
I'm hop off Twitter.
I'm just crafting a tweet. That's all.
Okay.
I'm afraid if I even open the tab,
I'm not gonna open the tab. I'm gonna just stick to my stream here. It doesn't say pick is in on the screen though, so I don't know. Maybe I've been bamboozled. So I mean, like that's still great value though. Getting Cross,
yeah, for sure.
So I mean, like that's not.
What did we say in our tackle thing? He was the best pure pass protector in the class. You said, Griff.
Yeah,
I agree with that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think Neil the better player overall, but whatever, who cares? Cross is, a tick or two above him in protection, and he's not bad against the run, right? Or in the run game. He's just not Neil, which is fine.
American adverts always make me crave junk food while driving around in a truck.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And drinking light beer.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't drink and drive, Griff. Little tip for you there. But yeah.
Do they have Bud Light, Budweiser over there? Coors Light?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Really? It's America. They've managed to,
But you guys were such snobs about your alcohol, Europe in general.
I mean, I think most people would probably view down on those beers, yeah, but they've still made their way here, yeah.
Do you guys have like your own version of it that people look down on, like, oh, it's piss water, etc.?
Yeah, but
what's like the most common one?
For piss water, probably probably Carling, Carlsberg, Foster's.
Not a Leicestershire Light. Or
Foster's isn't Foster's that Australian beer?
Or York Kaiser. They traded Russell Wilson.
Whoa!
For
real?
Apparently, it says on the TV.
No, I'm not sure. Is that confirmed?
They've acquired the 9th pick. Now we're gonna find out who it is.
That would be fun if that was like they just did it all on draft day. My word, that'd be manic.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
We're all just sitting around enjoying the draft. Like, I wonder what they're gonna do on day 2.
Come on. Damn it, Giants. Why couldn't you guys just take Jermaine Johnson?
John Schneider is on the phone, sources are telling me.
Well, I told you the pick was in, so. Oh, have you seen his haircut? My word, John's looking. I mean, respectfully, John's looking fine.
All right, here we go.
There it is. Good pick. All right. Good pick. Good pick.
All right.
That's what you got to do. It's not not sexy and exciting, but so guys, they can't get a tier 1 pass rusher this draft now. That's what that means.
Well, you can argue if Johnson was even tier 1, right? Like I think Thibodeau.
I mean first round even.
Yeah, because they had to stick and pick.
Well,
if they really wanted to, and I think it could happen, they'll move back into the first. Although that is probably going to be for a quarterback, right?
Yeah. I think they are moving back into the first. If I had to guess, I think we're not done tonight.
Yeah. In a perfect world, the PFF simulator is correct, and both Ebiketie and Ritter will be there at 40 and 41,
of course,
respectively.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. The death stretch of New Orleans and Pittsburgh has started, but New Orleans just took tackle Trevor Penning, who had been linked with the Seahawks. So it's a death stretch because the worry is that Pittsburgh goes rogue. They don't take. Well, if they take a quarterback, that could start a little run where teams start desperately trying to trade up. But the worry is they take a specific quarterback in, especially Griffin's case, Desmond Ridder, and that upsets Griffin, and we have to stop recording and look after him. So
we might have to console him here live on air. Not live, but
so we're looking pretty good because let's assume we survive the Steelers here. Hopefully they don't take a quarterback at all, just so that they all keep falling, right?
Yeah, drip.
Patriots, Packers, Cardinals, Cowboys, Bills.
It's Titans,
Bucks. Literally no one else has taken a quarterback in the rest of the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Except for maybe the Lions at 32 as a surprise.
No, the Lions traded up from 32 to 12 to take Williams.
Oh, they did from 32. Okay.
Yeah.
So my question, Ty, also you did a mock draft, right? And you were saying how you included a trade up.
Yeah, to 22 from 40. And that was on the Rich Hill chart, which I find to be the most accurate, was 72, 40, and Denver's second rounder next year to get to 22. But here's the thing. For the Lions to go from 32 to 12 and trade in division with a pretty glaring need at quarterback, I would say, even though they didn't go quarterback there with that pick, it took them they gave the Vikings a 12 pick trade up in the second round, and they gave them a early third rounder. So that's not a ton of value there.
Holy shit. All right. Second round. Jags, Vikings. Jags, quarterback. Vikings have a quarterback. Jets have a quarterback. Giants, you can't rule them out at 36. Texans probably can't rule them out, but both feel unlikely.
Yeah, no, those both feel Giants, if they took a quarterback, I'd be very shocked.
Holy shit, guys. I just got spoiled. Holy shit. Oh shit. The Steelers pick is hilarious.
Is it Kenneth?
It's Kenneth.
Wow.
It's Kenneth. He's staying home.
They're keeping him home.
That's what
we're saying. It's a perfect fit for him. Great city, great surroundings. It's very short adjustment for him. They practice in the same facility. He'll be nothing but a success there. That's nice, but does that start a mass trade up for quarterbacks now? Because the reason, Griff, it's all well and good listing out all these second round early teams who don't need quarterbacks, but everyone wants that 5th-year deal.
Yeah. Well, but look, who does John Schneider have the best trade relationships with? Definitely the Packers. exactly. That's pretty clear
too, right?
Minnesota. He's also made some trades with New England.
Yeah.
So New England and Green Bay have the next 2 picks here. And Green Bay has the 2 first rounders. So they're not sacrificing a first round talent that they like. Well, we don't know if they actually consider them a first round talent at this point. Maybe all the first round talents are gone, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised here if they traded up to Green Bay spot.
Yeah.
Or New England.
Yeah,
I can't believe the Steelers actually picked Kenny Pickett over Willis. The Willis stuff was a smokescreen with Mike Tomlin.
Things are going well.
Yeah,
this
is
so things are going well because also Jermaine Johnson's here still. George Karlaftis is here. They'll probably start to go, especially like looking at like Green Bay. You could see that, but also like Arnold Ebiketie, not to touch wood and all that stuff. He's still there, and then Benito's probably more of a second rounder, right? But I say all that because if you're Seattle, would you consider trading back into the first to try and get the bottom of? Because you could almost say Ebiketie's the bottom of another ledge, right?
Right.
Would you, Griff? You're John Schneider. Would you trade back in for an edge? Or would
Only
you
if
play out.
Only if you think somebody else is.
I don't know. I feel like if they trade in, it's definitely for a quarterback, right? Like I don't know. Unless they really love Johnson or Ebiketie, which they might, but I don't know. I just feel like you're one of the few quarterback needy teams. Willis is still there. Ritter is still there. I don't know. It's pretty tempting.
As we said in our quarterback episode, Schneider does come from the school of thought where I think that they're happy to wait out quarterback if they're not worth it. Like if it's not the issue, then if they're not worth the first round selection in their grades, then they'll wait it out but then the 5th year deal thing of a deal for the first round contract guys is such a thing because that does mean more that's why Pickett really went here, right?
Well, and the Seahawks know firsthand what quarterback contracts can do to roster construction. So
yeah, and also from how they've traded down in the past from in the late first because teams have been moving up to get that quarterback. Like remember Green Bay with Jordan Love, all that kind of deal.
Minnesota with Teddy Bridgewater.
Yep. So real quick, I guess now is an opportunity to re-emphasize our points on Jermaine Johnson, like because we were saying when we weren't recording during the middle part of this first round that it's funny that all of the Johnson talk about him being a top 10 dude was clearly smokescreens to try and hide true intentions and people getting overly besotted with a different name who'd impressed at the Senior Bowl. But the tape, Griff, we weren't as impressed as we expected to be. And then his pressure percentage tied at only 22nd best according to Sports Info Solutions amongst the draft class edges. So Griffin, with Johnson, right?
Yeah.
You on tape wise, we didn't see as much bend as we expected as well.
Does that as much bend? I think he'll actually be better because I think he can develop his rush plan more and just realize that he can't be a speed guy as much as he thinks he can. And if he just introduces better footwork, he can shorten the corner because he does have good hands though, and he does have good play strength, like active and passive strength, if that makes sense, like where strength isn't the primary thing that you're doing. He could be better. It's just he just needs to be the guy that goes in the 20s. But Ebiketie's better. Karlaftis is better. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it comes down to. So Jermaine Johnson at 40 would be awesome, but that's only in a world where Ebiketie's already been taken. So
fair.
So this is interesting. The Patriots got 29, 94, and 121 to move back 8 spots.
So that's a 4th rounder.
That's a
121.
That's a 3rd and a 4th.
3rd. Okay, that's nice. I like the sound of that.
Them still being in the first round is a good sign. Well, I mean, you wouldn't trade out. You wouldn't trade beyond 40 from 21 anyway. I'm just thinking in terms of what a team that needs a quarterback move into theirs. You know what I mean?
Yep. And remember, from a Seattle perspective, Russell Wilson, they waited that out. They thought he was a 3rd-round pick. They waited that out. He was their guy from the jump, if we believe him and take them at face value, which I think we can do in that instance. And they waited and waited and waited. And obviously that wasn't as obvious a thing. I don't think... Well, I don't know. I wasn't actually watching the draft. I hadn't really fully got into that side of football. I was still learning the rules, but I don't think everyone thought they were waiting for Russell. So I guess this is a slightly different scenario.
Yeah.
But I think Schneider has the stones to try and wait this out as long as possible, and they might get burnt from it. But
yeah. I mean, on paper, it's not that risky. The only thing you risk is someone trading up.
Yes.
And that trade up wouldn't happen until the 2nd round anyway.
Well,
so who would trade up? Detroit's got 34.
Yeah, Detroit for Willis.
Oh no! They traded 34 to Minnesota.
Yeah,
They're 46
no, they don't have
now.
that. Yeah.
Well, would Minnesota trade up from 34?
Surely not, right?
Whoever trades up, they're trying to jump Seattle at 40. So
Minnesota picks at 32. So
there's still Tennessee. Like Tennessee's kind of a hurdle right now. If maybe they're restarting or refreshing, or they're planning on moving away from Tannehill in the next year or so.
Yeah, Tennessee would concern. That's still
Tampa?
a concern.
I'm shocked that the league might have a 2nd-round grade on Ebiketie.
Really? I'm not.
Maybe
that was where he started. He got pushed up by media again.
But maybe it's because he didn't really have his breakout year till the senior year.
It's because he's an old. His 10-yard split was 169.
That's true. That's right.
And
that's right.
And he kind of feel like, what's his ceiling? Do you know what I mean? Like, how much better can he get?
Yeah. But
by the way, it's scary hours now.
Yeah, this is okay. This is a big moment. This is where I may have cut in, if I'm editing correctly. So Tennessee's next up. The only quarterback to go has been Kenny Pickett to Pittsburgh. And now Tennessee, who are acting kind of strange, they're the only team who we could see taking a quarterback, because after them it's Tampa Bay, Green Bay, New England, Kansas City, Cincinnati, Minnesota, Jacksonville, Minnesota, Jets, Giants, Houston, Jets, Chicago. And then we're getting really close to Seattle territory. Now, it's the back end of the 1st round, so obviously teams may look to trade back in to get that 5th year of the deal. However, it's looking good for Tennessee.
Could be Andrew Booth here if they don't go quarterback.
Yeah, and we know that Vrabel was at Ridder's Pro Day staring at him in the background of most of the Ridder pictures. True. It's a concerning moment here.
Yeah. Let's hold on tight, boys.
Tannehill's 34.
They just traded to the Jets. They just traded with the Jets.
That's good.
And
that's really good.
How far back did they trade, though? Are they?
They went into the 2nd round.
They're gone. Get out of here.
But I mean, are they in front of Seattle?
Yeah.
So they're either at
4,
either 35 or 38. The Jets have.
Oh, they're 35. They're 35.
Okay.
So they could try and jump back into the back end of the 1st.
Well, not out of the woods just yet, but that does allow for the quarterbacks to fall a little bit more here.
Yeah, Jets. So the Jets, do they go edge finally?
Maybe this is the Jermaine Johnson pick.
Yeah, maybe this is the Johnson pick.
Yeah.
Makes sense. They did like him after all. Just not as high as some people said.
I think Ebiketie, what his ceiling is, I think he can be a number 1. He just isn't the elite number 1.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that.
All right, so here's what it costs. Titans got 35, 69, and 163 for 26 and 101.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad. So the Titans essentially traded up from 101 to 69 and got 163. The Seahawks can absolutely do that, by the way. Plus, they have pretty comparable picks to that, too. They have 109 and they have 152 and 153.
So I don't think Seattle's going to do it.
I don't know.
I mean, it's literally the only team is Titans. They could get sniped, but like.
Yeah, I wouldn't run the risk of like Atlanta or Indy or New Orleans. I wouldn't let this slinger into the second round, quite frankly. I'd still look at that Green Bay New England cluster there at 28 and 29.
Great call.
And maybe even KC. Because KC's at what, 30?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So this is the thing. According to Rich Hill's chart, the trade chart, Seattle's 40 and 73 picks line up perfectly for 27 to Green Bay. Sorry, 27 would have been to whoever Jacksonville trade. So they'd line up pretty damn perfectly with Green Bay as well.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at this though. Like I'm like, I don't want to give up a third round pick. Let me just move up for free.
Yeah.
Or let me just trade a future pick so I don't have to worry about it until next year.
I mean, they could. They got 2 firsts. They got 2 seconds. I'd give them a second from next year.
The other factor is I really like this kind of 40 thing for picking non-quarterbacks. Like, like for instance, Ebiketie, some of the like Booth. I'd take a flyer on Booth at corner. There's like a few interesting options. Aside from quarterback, Griff, any names or Ty? Sorry.
Ebiketie, if he's still there.
Yeah.
He'd probably be my number one.
Yeah.
But I think they should start thinking about like Christian Harris, Chad Muma, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Christian Harris. I love Christian Harris.
When does Dean go? Nakobe Dean.
Yeah. Apparently the Jaguars are traded up for Devin Lloyd.
Interesting. I really hope the Titans don't go quarterback, man. Please don't.
I'm a Christian Watson believer, so I'd be okay with it if one of their picks was Christian Watson.
Yeah. How far should Justin Ross fall?
Oh, really far.
I don't know, guys. I kind of feel weird about Minnesota.
No, you need to relax. Just please relax.
Yeah.
Just relax, okay?
Yeah,
you're not very relaxed.
I'm chilling.
I think you're right to feel weird about them though, because like that spot, the fact they have a picks, 2 picks later, maybe they take Malik Willis, like developing behind Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's even a valid strategy, but
because they extended Kirk for a year, right? So they have him for 2 more.
Yeah.
I'm just so tired of the narratives. What I hate is that even if you don't like what Seattle does, it's framed as though it's unique and specific to them.
The worst narrative recently around Seattle on that kind of deal, right, is that they don't upgrade their offensive line and that they've never addressed like left tackle, which is like so patently false. Like one is shown by today, but like you'll get people going, it's so funny they address left tackle when Russell's gone. Like they never, and the problem is guys who are from like national perspective or girls, right? And they don't pay attention. But like literally they took Okun, right? They had that sorted for years. Then they bloody got Dwayne Brown. Like I think they fucking addressed left tackle. They tried to take a flyer on Jokel in a bad gap year, right? And then they were like, shit, we fucked that up. Let's correct the issue.
They literally have gone one season and four games without having a franchise left tackle.
So the stupidest narrative, basically.
It's the dumbest.
Stupid.
And also the idea that this is improving, like this is an attempt at improving the line. Before you even get into however good you think it was before that, you're just replacing Dwayne Brown. This isn't an improvement. You're just keeping the ship going.
Well, and you got a lot more upside, a lot more long-term stability.
Right.
Like that's Yeah, like to me, that's a no. Like if they were gonna stick at 9, right? Like I like the upside of Jordan Davis. They could have gone edge if they wanted to, and maybe like reach for someone a little bit there. But I don't know. I just kind of feel like that's like the most in line with the number 9 pick that they could make, like in terms of just value.
I mean, best player available, and it happened to be their need.
Yeah.
So,
Karlaftis to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So Evakady makes it out.
What happened? Is Frank Clark still with the Chiefs?
I think so.
Yeah. I think there's still like a chance they can get cut though.
Yeah, there's like some weird stuff going on there. I'm sure Seattle.
I think there's like post June 1.
Yeah.
Stuff. So
makes sense.
So now is the pick that I've been a little bit concerned about.
Yes, we're here. We're at 32. Minnesota tie. If it may have made the edit, it may not have. But Ty has been concerned about Minnesota taking a flyer. Kirk Cousins, we're unsure. Now, if they were to take a flyer at 32, given they pick at 35, it was more likely to be, you'd think, Malik Willis, right? You sit him behind Cousins, try and develop, work up the weaknesses in his game. Could also be that Minnesota trades out because this is the last first-round pick, last opportunity for a team to get a fifth-year deal going.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, they have other needs, of course. Corner. Andrew Booth is still on the board.
The Vikings, who'd they take?
Lewis Seen.
Oh, okay.
Safety. So Seattle's in the clear in terms of getting their quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So who do we have to worry about tomorrow then? Still the Titans.
Still the Vikings at 35.
Still the Vikings.
And then you got like the Colts and the Falcons and the the Lions. Commander. They are all behind Seattle, but they could trade up.
They could trade up.
Yeah,
the Falcons concern me the most if they were in front of Seattle. If they move in front of Seattle, I'll just assume it's Ritter.
Right. So if we're going by the Rich Hill chart, 40 and 109 basically perfectly lines up for number 33 with Jacksonville. So that could be a possibility.
And so other than the quarterback, right? Arnold Ebiketie.
Yeah.
He's a big name that we'd like. Mm-hmm. I'd be interested in Andrew Booth. Incredible movement skills at cornerback. Roger McCreary plays in the style they like, but short arms, so maybe not. Who am I missing here? The load of receivers have got maybe like a Christian Watson at wide receiver, just incredible height, weight, speed. I think they visited with him.
Yeah, Boye Mafe, Logan Hall.
Yep. Wild card, you could take a bit earlier than expected, like a Kingsley Enagbare. Bad testing, but high pressure percentage.
Yeah.
You could go for a Nick Benito, which might be a bit early given his size. You could go off ball linebacker, right? You could get your Chad Muma,
Yeah.
Griffin.
My favorite receiver that might be left, well, besides Justin Ross, might be Romeo Doubs. But
he feels like more of a third, fourth round. I like Jalen Tolbert. I'm not sure if you got the chance to watch him.
I did a little bit.
Yeah, I think it would represent an interesting kind of round 4, round 3 kind of fit.
Is he mostly a vertical guy? Like go up and get a guy?
No, not go up and get it. More just like a burner.
Oh, okay. All right. Interesting.
But with size still, so.
Matty, Channing Tindall.
Well, Channing, I think third round. Let's get it. I'd do that. If you're gonna hold off on it this, round 2. But a big day tomorrow for the Seahawks, and we will be back doing this podcast. This hopefully you've checked out. I think we'll release them separately. So this will be up on Friday. Then make sure you check out day 2 and then day 3, which may be out Sunday, maybe not. We'll see how tired I am. But hopefully the Seahawks stay. It's been a good day. They got the best pure pass protector in the class. Make sure you listen to our offensive tackles podcast as well for that. Lads, any final thoughts?
Ritter at 33 after a trade up.
I think Ebikadi's going to fall to 40. I think Ritter's going to fall to 41.
There we go.
Vice versa.
PFF mock simulator.
Hell yeah. Trust PFF.
The thing with the edges, right, is Ebikadi's the next best guy, right? Who else is there?
Well, some team could have Mafi over him because of all the hype he got.
And then there's the question about like a Sam Williams where he tested great and had good numbers.
Right.
Even if there is that off the field thing, which,
should drop him to forever.
Yeah.
So, Seattle still might get lucky here.
Yep. Maybe, I don't know. I wonder when Ojabo is going to go. Ojabo.
Yep. Interesting one.
Great question. Man, it sucks for him.
Right.
Travis Jones is athletic defense tackle. He'll be going, won't he? And then the running backs might start going, like Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker. They could help Seattle out in terms of pushing other players down.
Don't the Seahawks apparently like Perry and Winfrey?
I don't remember if I read that or heard that.
I haven't heard that, but he kind of he's athletic and can provide inside rush, right? So.
The only thing I heard about Seattle liking specific guys, whether true or not, but I had reason to believe the person saying it didn't have any reason to be untruthful.
Right.
Were related to Ritter and Willis, liking them, liking Devin Lloyd apparently, and liking Kyer Elam. Those are the only 4 names that I heard that they quote unquote like. And so far, we'll never know. Elam's gone. We don't know what's going to happen with Ritter and Willis till tomorrow. And Lloyd is weird, but he's gone too, so we'll never know.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. Thanks for watching and listening. Please do like, subscribe to my YouTube, follow everyone on Twitter, follow Seattle Overload, and we appreciate your support.
Bye.
All right. Peace out, guys.